look around and tell me I'm wrong. Oh, look around and tell me I'm wrong. Get gone.
Well, just another day in paradise. This is just the only way to start your day, guys. This is why we're doing this. You know, it's just walk out of the van and come down to the beach. It's like a special sort of heaven, isn't it? It's like maybe the universe is rewarding us for the difficult 2-week start. Mind you, we did think it was going to be difficult the first 2 weeks, travelling through. I think we thought it was going to be warmer in Spain initially, but hey, it's okay. Here we are, look at this. So Flynn's taking care of himself down there and noodling around. He doesn't much like the waves, but he loves the open space. All is good, all is well. That's it, that's all there is to say. That's quite awesome really, isn't it? There's nothing to say except all is well. We may run out of things to film because, to be honest with you, I'm in no hurry to go anywhere at the moment. So a little treat for the tarot geeks amongst you. I like to spot tarot cards in the wild wherever I go. I like to find real life versions of tarot cards, and I found one this morning. This is the Three of Wands. Look at that. Three of Wands, looking over the ocean, looking for opportunities, expanding vision, seeing what's out there. That is perfect. That is a perfect Three of Wands card. What can I say? We've got one. Something that we've seen all over Spain, these trees with the netting underneath, and we don't understand it. So maybe someone on Tinternet can tell us why. It's not just here, we've seen it 3 or 4 times now, so obviously it's a thing. Anyway, we'd be interested to know. If anyone knows, tell us. So as we're in a stable location, I thought it would be a good opportunity to do a bit of a walkthrough for Gus the bus. Now this is by special request of my friend Brian. So let's take you inside and give you a little walk around. Okay, so the cab in our bus is never the most organised. We always use it when we're not driving. We use it as storage. I don't think this is entirely unusual. So that there you can see on the seat, that is called the moving crate. And everything in there are the things that kind of fall about the bus when we're driving, where there isn't really a place for them. That on the floor, that is my office. Living accommodation, we have our kitchen. We have our banana shaped chopping board. We must get a new one. And we have all our teas and coffees, and I have some herbs, and we have the kettle, and we have cutlery drawers, and we have a fridge which we are not using at the moment because we have no power, and that's fine, we're used to that. So there we go, we have spices. We randomly have an optic, which I didn't put there, but nevertheless, there it is. My fall poster, which has got reflections all over it, but it says, take a leap of faith. You'll either land somewhere new or you'll learn how to fly. This one, which is a family trope, I am an artist. This means I live in a perverse fantasy world with unrealistic expectations. This sums both me and all of my family, sums us up. This is where I work. There you go, tools of the trade there. This is where I work and do my readings. It's where I also eat dinner, but mostly I do readings. The loo, which is very nice. The shower, that's great. That's a kind of wet room. where we hang our coats, and this is the bedroom. We have a TV. Here we are. This is all our stuff. Water bottles. And this is Flynn's bed at night with his pyjamas on the top. This is where we keep all our clothes. I'll show you a bit of it. There you go. Up there is the thing that controls the solar when we're not parked under a tree. There is storage under both of these seats. Under that one there, we have Flynn's spare food, we have sewing box, we have spare stuff, spare coffee, spare tea. This is the shoe bucket, and this actually was an old planter, an old plastic planter that was round the back of the compost in the garden. Determined to find a use for it, and it was the perfect place to store shoes. What drives me mad in van life is the fact there's nowhere to put any shoes. They end up all over the floor and like, it's just what shoes, tripping over shoes. It's just great, a neat place for shoes. That makes me very happy. And this is our heating, which we wheel out and we put in front of us. Yeah, there's a place for our sun hats. So there we go. I think that's everything. Oh, and under here, this is not glamorous, guys, but what can I tell you? It's our stairs so we can get into bed. So we found these in home base, and they're a bit crappy, but in here we keep all of our food. You see, look, there you go. There's eggs, and down the bottom there's vegetables, and there's tins there, and in the bottom there we've got dry stuff like rice and couscous. This is what is known in van life as the garage. The garage is a garage, and in there is another leisure battery and all of the stuff that Geoff does, all the stuff that I don't do. So there we are. That is our life. This is where we live. And it's not bad, is it? I want to give you this as the tower. What an amazing sculpture. This is the Giant of Salt, and it was created as an homage to a Japanese dance that was a way of expressing the grief after Hiroshima. And the idea of this amazing statue is that it is a celebration of human resilience and our ability to be reborn after a disaster or something which has literally bent us into a shape that we find almost impossible. And our ability to pull ourselves back into shape and rebuild ourselves again in a better, stronger form. Now, I don't know about you, but that sounds like the tower to me. So I'm going to stand by the Giant of Salt as a wonderful depiction of the tarot card. I'd like to know your thoughts on that. Let me know what you think. Anyway, it's right here in Moraira. What a wonderful thing. Great. On Monday in March, it is not buzzing. So we went out and we did something really shameful, guys. I'm ashamed of this. I gotta tell you, I am. What did we do, Geoff?
We went to Fishy Fishy, the local fishy chip shop.
It was alright.
Well, no, not really.
It wasn't as good as Twickenham, I gotta be honest. It was alright. It wasn't terrible. Anyway, we're gonna walk around a little bit more, exploring the Monday night Marera experience. And we're gonna find a little bar, have a little glass of red wine, and then go back to Gus the bus. So we walked uphill and down dales searching
For a bar that wasn't a restaurant
for a bar. We did
and
find,
didn't involve sitting outside.
yeah, true, we did find
chilly.
one place, but it's quite cold this evening. We found this place.
But the secret bar,
The Gibson Les Paul poster.
it's reminded us that on our honeymoon in New York, we actually saw Les Paul playing live in a funky little club, the Iridium Club. Pretty much at the end of his career, but he was still fantastic.
Yeah, it was very entertaining.
And he was not only very musical, but he was very entertaining, very funny. It was a great thing, wasn't it?
Yeah, that was very cool. And as we walked in, was playing Me and Mrs. Jones, which is one of Jeff's favourite songs. And since then, the playlist has been pitch perfect.
Yeah, they're playing Chic, What's Your Love, which is great.
Disco funk.
I was trying to force Janice to listen to the bass line, but she couldn't see more. I couldn't.
Great bass line. It's great, guys. Great bass line. Amazing. So we're going to have a little glass of wine here, and then we're going to wend our way back and do that thing. It's Monday night, but we found a place to go, so we'll have to do the customary cheers. Customary cheers.
Cheers.
What you doing, Jeff?
I'm doing Bocciorama, which is a skill I specialise in. A mixture of junction boxes, black insulation tape, and vain hope it might work. But it's just a lead I made up, which to connect two things. The fuse, there was a fuse in here, and it melted the fuse holder. So I've sort of reconstructed the fuse holder with a mixture of black insulating tape and melted fuse holder. Now I'm just connecting these together. I'm going to put some more tape around it in a minute, but first I've got to see if it works. It seems to work. That says it's got 89% in that battery. So if I take that out, if I take this cable here, which is plugged in there, and I plug it into this grey box here, should begin to charge. But first I've got to check that I've got the right cable plugged in. It's hanging out, that's what it is. Switch it on, and there it goes.
Yay!
It shows it's charging.
Cool. Let's see.
Watch City, USA.
Perfect. Well
My
done.
spiritual home.
So we have been going around all the DIY shops looking for new fuse holders, and Jeff has just decided
I just gave up.
to make one.
We have two separate power systems and two charging boxes that store electricity. One goes from the leisure battery, which is connected to the main battery, so that gets charged up when you're driving along. And then the other one is a solar system on the other side of the van, which has got a battery in the boot and solar panels on the roof. That charges that battery, so we run the other charging box from that. And all the lights and the pump for the water also run from solar. All I'm doing is putting some tape around the terminals, so we don't have any short circuits.
Are you done?
We'll see how that goes. Yeah, well, it's charging. It's working. We'll have to see if it blows another fuse.
Good morning. Well, it's our last day in Marera. We're going to be heading off today in search of pastures new. We very much appreciated the stop. We've been here probably 4 or 5 days now, I think. We had some drama last night, which was freaked me out a bit, actually. In the morning, I realised that my arm was hurting a bit, and I wasn't really sure what that was about. You know, you don't think too much about it. And that went on all day, and it did actually get a bit worse towards the evening. In the afternoon, we went out to lunch with our friends, and I've got to be honest with you, a couple of glasses of rosé kind of distracted me a bit. But in the evening, it started to get worse, and I was thinking, oh, this is actually really uncomfortable now. Getting ready for bed, and I said, Geoff, would you just take a look at my arm? Because it's weird and it's quite uncomfortable. So I took off my jumper, and he looked at it and he went, oh yes, it's actually pretty raised and quite red. And then I turned around and he just went, don't move! And of course the first thing I do is go, whoa! So he said, turn around. So I turned round and he cupped his hand, got something, and then went to the door of the bus, opened the door of the bus and threw whatever it was outside. And I said, what on earth? And he went, there was a black spider on your back. Oh my God. That is so gross. Inside my jumper. So obviously what's happened is it's bitten me twice on my arm. And yeah, not fun at all. That was not good. I look a bit crazy this morning. Look at my hair, it looks bad. Yeah, and it was a rough night as well, because I fell asleep and then it woke me up again a couple of hours later and I couldn't get back to sleep. So I woke up about 1:30 and then at 3 o'clock I gave it up. Yeah, I've taken some Puritan and hopefully it'll calm down, but it was really horrible and I have to say quite uncomfortable. And overnight it was really sort of like this pinching, stinging thing, and it was still horrid. Yuck, yuck. So I checked all my clothes this morning. I shook everything out and looked down the arms of everything I put on. So we're going to drive on today, leaving the lovely Marera behind, and off we go. Look at this, look how clean this one. Isn't that lovely? There we are. Bye-bye Marera. We've enjoyed it.
Out there chasing rainbows, jumping over hedges, flying like a sparrow through your wishes 1 to 10. Just say when. Just say when. Just say